on today's training, I'm going to dive a little deeper into smartdirectory.ai. Specifically, I'm going to show you how to go from install to income as quickly as possible with smartdirectory.ai. I'm going to break this down into the essential steps that you need to get a site up and live, which really should be your only first goal right out of the gate. Your goal, as soon as if you're already signed up, or if you sign up for smartdirectory.ai, should be to just get a workable site, something that looks good with businesses on it as quickly as possible, because everything else comes from that. And we'll talk more about this. Then I'm going to show you how to use Smart Directory AI with our Honeypot prospecting system. I'm going to do a quick overview of that. I did go over this part on the training, the last training we did, but I want to revisit that because I know how it is with software, right? Like, we get all wrapped up in the tech stuff and the things it can do, and we all get a gazillion ideas, and we want to implement those ideas like yesterday. But really, the smartdirectory.ai was built for a specific reason. And that specific reason is to get clients. That's what it is built for. It is built because it's easy to get set up and running quickly so that we can start prospecting and selling subscription services. So, like, if you are looking for something where you come in and you just get to play around with directory stuff, and you want to be bogged down in building a directory and doing all these different directory things and not ever actually prospecting, I don't know that Smart Directory is right for you. It is really for the person that's looking to get clients, that's looking for a way to finally get some traction and sell AI subscription services. So I'll talk a little bit about that. And then after that, I'm going to go into a little bit of how-to on blogs, events, jobs, pages, and menus, because I've seen lots of questions about those as well. So is everybody with me on that stuff? Yes. And so I was on a meeting with our developers and Cameron this morning. So I can tell you any issues, bugs, looks, things like that. We gave the developers have a list. They're working through things. We're getting through that stuff as quickly as we can. Okay. All right. So look, I said that this is really made to get clients, and that really is what this whole thing is all about, right? Smart Directory AI, along with the Honeypot prospecting system, is hands down the best way to sell any type of services, whether it's traditional agency services like SEO and paid ads, or AI services like AI chatbots, AI voice, AI social posting, etc. Again, these awards you see here, these are not awards that we got from promoting HighLevel. We actually are very new to promoting HighLevel. We just started a few months ago. We've been using HighLevel in our business for over a year, for a couple of years. And now it's such an integral part of what we're doing. We just really had to start talking about it and sending it people there because it's really built in. SmartDirectory.ai is an example of that. This is a prospecting strategy we've been teaching for a long time with the Honeypot system, and it works, right? And because it works, not only do we get a lot of clients, but the people we teach get a lot of clients, and that's what has enabled us to get these awards. We have 2 gold awards. We just got our first platinum. We want to get a diamond. That is the biggest one. We really want to get a diamond, but these awards really are proof that this doesn't just work for us. This has worked for a lot of others too, right? And today, our agency was named the 2nd fastest growing business in Hawaii. For anybody that's new, you can see that's our revenue last year, 1.6 million. What we're going to talk about today is a big reason why. This, by the way, the agency is an entirely separate business. This has nothing to do with Offline Sharks. Those numbers are all from working with real businesses in Hawaii. Hawaii is our niche. So we do have a niche. Our niche is Hawaii. And we can talk a little bit about that as we go through this as well. All right. Just a quick little overview. I want to run through a reminder of some of the features of smartdirectory.ai. I know it's been a little bit since some of you have seen this. These are a lot of the core directory features: claiming a listing, customizable pricing plans. There's a lot of stuff built into the front of smartdirectory.ai. I'm going to talk about some of these more prominent things here in a minute. A lot of stuff built into the back end, right? Instant add of listings, comprehensive dashboard. You get SSL with this, so it's secure. I'll talk about this stuff as well. And we have some amazing features that are coming soon with coupons and deals, a customizable theme library, Google My Business integration, video review submissions, and voice AI workflows. So look, there's a lot of stuff in Smart Directory itself, not to mention that it works inside of an awesome platform called HighLevel that has a lot of cool and amazing things in it as well. So I know why it is easy to get a little overwhelmed when you first jump in and you're trying to do this, right? So in this section, I'm going to show you how to go from install to income as quickly as possible, okay? And the first step in doing that is to pump the brakes on HighLevel. All right? What do I mean by that? Pump the brakes on HighLevel. Well, look, if you are new to HighLevel, like if you just signed up for a HighLevel account, when you log in, HighLevel wants you to set up a bunch of stuff. I am recommending to you that you do not do any of that stuff. The only thing that you need to do inside of HighLevel to get a Smart Directory site up and live is to create a sub account. And I put a video in the members area showing exactly how to do that. You do not need to set anything else up on the HighLevel side. That is all you need is a sub account. So my recommendation to you is ignore all those messages to set things up like your email and your phone number and whatever else it's asking you to set up. There will be plenty of time to do that stuff. And it is much easier to set it up once your site is live than before you've done anything. So just ignore all of that. Don't go trying to figure out what HighLevel does. Don't start working with the AI voice agent. Don't do any of that. Just log into your HighLevel account and create a sub account. And again, I have a new video in the Smart Directory AI members area that shows you how to create the sub account. And then you're going to follow these steps. These are the 5 steps to be live as fast as possible. So you create the sub account, you install Smart Directory AI app and the snapshot that goes with it. Again, once you install the app, once you install the snapshot, do not try to go and look at the workflows and set them up and get the phone number and get the email, and don't try to connect your domain. You do not need to do any of that stuff at this point. You log into HighLevel, create your sub account, install the app, install the snapshot, videos in the members area on how to do this, right? Then you're going to want to add your base listings. Now, look, you may be saying, well, Tom, but what about these base listings? Aren't we going to prospect them? Yes, eventually, but we do not need to start sending emails out to these base listings right now. HighLevel allows us to do that whenever we want. So what we want to do right now is add at least, well, when you sign up for Smart Directory, we build a list of 100 businesses for you. So as you saw in the comments, we gave them 150. So you want to add those businesses and then get your site looking good. And then you connect your domain. Okay. So before doing any of that, you can still preview your site and see what it looks like and all that stuff. You do not have to have a domain connected to do any of those things. You do not have to have a domain connected to do any of these steps or have anything else set up in HighLevel. All you have to have is a sub account, install the app, install the snapshot, then follow the training to add your base listings. I'll go back through that again here just so everybody can see it. Then customize your branding. Now you can connect your domain and boom, your site is live. This is the fastest way to get live. And then now that your site is live, now we can set up the email and the SMS and go to the workflows. And it will be so much easier because your site is live to do those things. And you won't be stressed about how am I getting my site live while I'm working on these, right? You'll already have a live site. After it's all set up and doing the way you want, then you can just take those contacts that you added and you can just drop them into the free listing workflow. Again, I'll go through that. If you're new, you haven't signed up, you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to go through that in a minute. And it'll run then. We do not have to do that from the get-go. Does that make sense to everybody? Is everybody with me on that? Yes. So look, just let's pump the brakes, take a step back. We don't need to set anything up in HighLevel. Take a screenshot of these 5 steps. I've also added a video in the members area outlining this as well. You can't miss it. It says, watch this before you do anything with setting up your site. So make sure you are following these steps. Write them down. I don't know if there's a checklist there, but if there is, print off that checklist and just focus on doing these 5 things. That's it. Okay. That is how we get our site set up. Hey, Zach Smoose, what's up? So, Simlin, when you log into Smart Directory AI members area, there's a video that says, if you don't have Go HighLevel, watch this. And I explain exactly what to do. So you can watch that and that'll show you what to do. Okay. All right. If you don't have it, we can set you up with a 30-day free trial. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Perfect. Yes, this is your Bible. That is right. This is the thing to do. Okay. Okay. Again, for those of you that maybe are just coming on, Zoom is having downtime. They're not working. So we fired this up over here. I'm going through the Smart Directory, the prospecting, and we're going to do some other things in the end here. So bear with me. All right. So here is Hawaii Thrive. So let me kind of walk you through the 5-step process real quick so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to escape out of this. I'm going to go over to Hawaii Thrive. So this is hawaiithrive.com. This is our Smart Directory AI site that we're using to prospect in Hawaii. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things on this. One thing first is the search bar. This is a generative search bar. So like if I want to find, there's a great pizza place in Kihei called Pizza Madness. If I want to search for it, I can just start typing in pizza and you can see it starts pulling up automatically all the businesses here. And oh, there's Pizza Madness right there. I can click on this and go right to their listing. So this search bar is way better than the search functionality that we had in other platforms we were using. I'm going to, towards the end, I'm going to talk about this menu and how to edit this and all this stuff. That's the last segment of this training. So I'm not going to go through all that right now. This is where a business adds their business, right? I'm also going to talk about events and those things as well. But you can see here's our listings. We have the featured listings and the free listings. A note for some of you, this area of text right here, right now, this is not editable, but we did talk to the devs this morning about making this text editable. I do not know when that is going to be live. Don't ask me, when do you think that stuff's going to be done, Tom? I don't know. We have a big team of devs working on this thing. So, you know, they're just going through the list. This is what the all listing page looks like. You can see, you can just scroll through the listings down here. And then another nice little feature here is this category drop down. So like if I want to see all the businesses on Maui, I can just click on this and click Maui, and there's all the Maui ones. If I want to see all the Oahu ones, there they are. So that's a little nice like instant search feature. Okay. So really nice here. This is what a free listing looks like on our Hawaii Thrive site. Again, when I go into the back end, I'll talk a little bit about the paid plans and setting this up and that kind of stuff. But you can see a free listing is very basic. Name, address, there's a website over here. A business can claim this business. It's saying I can claim it because I'm logged into my profile. I'll talk about that in a minute. You can follow businesses by clicking this little button here. So when you have a profile, and I'll show you, you can go around and follow different businesses. And it's just got their address and some basic information. Now, this is what a premium listing looks like, right? This is a paid listing. And you can see we're able to add more photos up here at the top. Again, you have complete control of what is in this premium and free plan. Like if you wanted your free listings to have all of this stuff in it, you can do that. Or you can just have certain things. You can have multiple packages. You can have a free, a basic, a pro. You could have a free, a basic, a pro, a super pro. Like that's really nice as well, right? So you can see There's extra images here, website, social media over here on the side. This is a premium listing. It says so right here. You're able to add a business description. I'm going to talk about this business description here in just a minute because I saw some people in the group talking about SEO, and I want to address that real quick and kind of show you this and give you some recommendations of some things you can do. Here's the address. This is the Google Maps, right? Integrated with Google Maps. There's a section for working hours. And again, I'll show you this all edible in the back end. These reviews are being pulled in directly from Google's API. So you can see those. And then here is our team. So you could have the owners, the chef, the salespeople, the agents, whoever works at this business. If you want to put profiles of them here, you can. I just have this one set with their logo and just like a little snippet from their About Us page on their website, just so you can see what this feature is. Then a business has the ability to create their own blogs. And these are 2 blogs. So, man, I'm going to tell you guys something. I've been, playing around with this and using ChatGPT to do some things. And like, if you're not doing this as a service, like this would be an amazing thing to sell as a service on your directory site. So both of these blogs, and you can go to hawaiithrive.com, go to Pizza Madness and look at these. Both of these I created in literally 2 minutes using ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT, I said, write a blog post with 800 words on how to throw a pizza party for a business called Pizza Madness, make it SEO optimized. And like this, look at this. It's going to pop me over here. This blog post is fantastic, right? I pulled this image off their website. Like, looking to throw out an unconvertible pizza party? I got all the pro tips, all the stuff down here. And then I created another one in about 4 minutes about their happy hour. So this is a thing about their happy hour, right? And then I created 2 news articles for them. I created a news article on their pizza that they do delivery. Right now they offer delivery. And this one I think is about a bingo night that they do. So again, I just went to their website and their social media profiles, pulled off things that they were doing, went to ChatGPT, said, turn this into a news article, turn this into a blog post, and it did that. I mean, amazing, right? Amazing. So now we have a section where they can post jobs. So here's a job for a server with Aloha Spirit. And if they click on this, they can apply there. And then they have the ability to add events. So here's their daily happy hour, and here's their bingo night at Pizza Madness. So look at all those features that you can, again, have or not have on here. And I'll show you these on the back end. So really, really amazing, right? Now, I mentioned that I have my profile here. So if you want to claim a business or follow up business, you have to log in and create a profile. So I did that. This is what that profile looks like. And you can see it's got all of my information here. And it will show if I own any businesses, they will show up right here. So I actually have Pizza Madness. If you claim, businesses that you follow show up right here. So when I click, it shows me what businesses I follow. And if I have applied to jobs, it'll show me. And if I RSV'd for any events, it'll show me that here as well. So this is kind of what that profile side looks like, just for those of you that might be wondering. And these are the claim business. Oh, that's the claim business request, right? Follow businesses right there. So, all right. So that is kind of the front end stuff. So let me jump into the back end of this and show you how we got all of this stuff set up as quickly as possible. So the thing that really makes your smart directory site look good and live and ready to go is having some businesses on it, right? So one of the steps in that process was to get the base of your site looking good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to add businesses to this site. So to do that, all we have to do is go over to the contact section of HighLevel. Is everybody with me here? I do not own Pizza Madness. So for those of you that have been with us for a while, you'll know Pizza Madness is a long-term client of mine. They were on the very first direct mailer I ever did. They did every mailer I ever put out. Kirk, the owner there, is a friend. Like they've been on everything I've done. So I just use them as an example because I know them and I'm very familiar with them. So let me show you how to add the businesses. So again, you just go to contacts. Up in this top menu, this little upside down C with the arrow pointing down is the import contacts tab. So you just open this up and then you make sure this contacts is selected. You click next. Now the list of businesses that our team sends you for the 100 free businesses that you get, you just drop that CSV right in here and then you click next. And you'll see it will be mapped out with all the information that you need. Okay, all the information. And then we just click next. And now we can either just load these in and add a tag to them later and create a listing for them, or we can instantly make them listings from this screen. So if I just click import, they will just be added to my contacts, and I'll show you in a minute how to go there and add a tag. If I want to make them listings right now without doing anything extra, all I have to do is click this third option here, add tags to imported contacts. So whenever you have a contact in HighLevel and you add the tag business, it automatically creates a listing for them on your Smart Directory AI site. So as you can see, here's the business tag. If I just click this, now when I import this list, all of those businesses will instantly have listings on my smartdirectory.ai. It is as easy as that. Now, I'm not going to import these because I've already got them imported, but I want to show you, like, let's say that you don't want to add the tag right there. You want to add it per contact. How do you do that? Well, that is very easy as well. You just go back to your contacts. And if you have a business that you want to add tags to, so I'm just going to pick some of these. Like if I wanted to add it to this test, if I wanted to add it to this one, this one, this one, and this one, I can just select whatever contacts I want to make a listing. And then I just go to the top and I click this little like price tag that has the plus sign. That is the add tags button. And as soon as you do this, then I can add the business tag and it will add it to those businesses. You do have to put in a little description of what you're doing, right? Let me look at some of these questions. Henry, if you have the workflow set up, they will, but my recommendation is you should be doing that as the last thing. So right now, we're just trying to get a site up and live. Then we'll set up the automations, and moving forward, whenever you create a listing, they will be automatically notified. But you don't want to do that right now because your site's not ready, right? We don't want the first businesses we put in there to go to the site and it not look good. We want the site to be ready. We need to have a base in place. That's why these 5 steps I'm laying out is so critical. Now, once you have everything looking good, then you can just go drop these contacts into that automation. It's super easy to do that, and they will all get notified. But for now, we just want to get the site set up, okay? Then moving forward, anytime you add someone as a listing, they will automatically be sent in those workflows. So if you want to add them multiple businesses, you can just click whatever contacts you want to add. You can also add a business just by going to the contact. So like I'm going to go to this Maui Cakes. And if I want to give Maui Cakes a listing on my Smart Directory site, I just scroll down here to the tag section. Tags, here we go. Tags, right here to business tags. And all I do is search for business. Oh, whoops. That's not the right one. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Here, it's the tags. You see, there's the business right there. And now, if I just go back, this business will have a listing on my site. And if I want to remove a business from my site, I can just go to their contact and then I just remove this tag. And now they will not have a listing on my site. Okay? All right. Jessica, there's no way around some basic formatting. Any directory site software that you use is going to require you're going to have to do some type of formatting. The process we have here is actually, I think, the easiest process around, because when you drop your list in, you can map it out. So if you drop a CSV file in this box right here, it will ask you, what do you want to be mapped with the first name? What do you want to be mapped with this? What do you want to be mapped with that? So you just pick what goes with where, and you can just move forward. So one of the reasons we went this route was because of like a lot of directory solutions out there. Like if you have just even one little thing wrong, you're basically screwed and it messes up. That was part of our frustration when we were trying to do this before. This using HighLevel takes that out. Okay. Patty, you have the option. You have the option. You can either add them as soon as you upload them, or you can add them individually. It is up to you. And you do not have to add them individually from this screen. You can add multiples all at once just by selecting whatever contacts you want. So I gave you 3 different methods for adding listings to your site. Okay. You pick the one you want to do. If you want to add them when you put the CSV in, do that. If you want to pick and choose, do that. But at some point, you're probably going to use all 3 methods based on your need, right? Okay. Jessica says, yeah, but we have to create a new contact if we have an actual business owner name. Jessica, I'm not sure what you mean there. I mean, we're just using a scraper to scrape a list, and then we just upload that. Like, I'm not really, are you prospecting in a different way? Like, how are you building your list, I guess? Like, how are you building your list? That'd be my question. Okay, so, all right, so that is adding the businesses, right? Everybody with me on that. 3 different ways you can add them. You can add them right away when you drop in the CSV. You can pick multiples and add them all at once, or you can add them individually. Okay, I gave you 3 different ways there. All right, now let me go over to the Smart Directory app, because once the business is inside the app, you'll see them in here like this. And you can see up here, we've got premium, free, claim requests, new business requests, business tags. So we can go in here and we can make, let's say that we want to make one of these businesses a premium listing. All we have to do is just toggle this little button on, and boom, I think I just toggled it off. There's a little button here. You just toggle it on, you toggle it off, and you have premium listings right here. See, toggle on, does it either way. Okay. All right, I just toggle on. You saw appearing and disappearing over there. So that's what that is doing, right? So super easy to make listings premium or free, up to you, right? Here's the Pizza Madness one. I'll show you. You can edit all of the business details by going into the business itself. You can see here's the business details where you put the profile image, a cover image. You can set the tags. You can enter, you can update the business information, do a new business description. You can add various links if you want. You can put in their social URLs right here, attachments. So these are the additional pictures that you see. So on this listing, see these pictures that are over here? Those pictures I added in this attachment section. See, these pictures are these pictures. Okay, that's how you get those pictures over there. This is where you add the team. So you just add team member. This is where you add the news articles. So you just click newsfeed and it pops up a window and you can put it in. Okay. Here's where you adjust the business hours right here. Then here's where you add blogs. So to add a blog to your site, you just have to create a business and then you can just add as many blog posts and they show up. So on our directory site, we have a listing for Mina Marketing, our agency, and we add our blog post there. This is where you turn on the Google reviews to be pulled in, or you can turn this off and you can have it only be reviews that people leave on your site. Okay. And then this is where you add the jobs. And then this is where you add events, same as the blog, right? You just click them here. So the reason I want to show you all these, because again, when we're talking about install to income, we want a site that looks good. So we want to have some businesses added. We want to make at least 3 of them premium listings, and we want to kind of fill out their profiles a little more so that when someone comes, like the average business owner that you're reaching out to, like they have no idea whether these people paid you or not. And no one is ever going to ask you, did these people pay you to be on here? Like they will just assume that these are people that are paying you because they're featured listings. So fill them out, make them look good, right? One little like kind of like social proof trick that we've done over the years is we add big chains sometimes to our site, and people just assume that they're paying to be on there even though they're not, right? So you do not need a lot of businesses to make the site look good. Your site does not need 500 businesses. It only needs about 25 to 50. But for everyone who signed up for smartdirectory.ai, we are giving you a list of your first 100 businesses. So that 100 is plenty. Once you have them on, you're good. You can, and once you get this looking good with your images and the menu the way you want it, you can start doing that. And again, I'll go back through the menu here in a minute. The last thing I want to talk about is branding. So very easy to customize your site. You just go to branding, you go over here to edit, and this is where you can put your logo in, your favicon, you can set your meta descriptions and titles, you can adjust your colors, put all your social links and stuff that you want, and then your domain pages, add extra pages. We'll talk about this when we cover the menus, content, categories, subcategories, all that stuff. Okay, that's all done right in here. And then to set up your free and paid plans, you just go to the plans tab and you can add a plan or you can edit existing ones that you have here. And you just click the little button, super easy. You name it, you pick it, you go through, you hit the little toggles to say what you want to be in the plan. And then you can set a trial period. So if you want to give somebody a 30-day trial for a premium listing and then start charging them, you can do that. All set up here. And this all integrates with Stripe, right? All integrates with Stripe. Okay, that is all of the backend stuff. I do want to say one final thing about these listings. So I saw a couple of people talking about SEO in the Facebook group. And we are working on some additional SEO optimizations to the back end of the app, right? Because these pages are not built in HighLevel. These pages are built in our app. So the app, we do that stuff in the back. But I do want to point out that traditional SEO is going by the wayside. AEO, generative search, AI-based search is the wave of the future. It's not a question of will it, it's just a question of when, and it is rapidly taking over traditional search. And it does not work the same way as old SEO. And for AEO, having a directory site like this is freaking gold. So when you're talking about the factors that cause something to rank high and get traction in AEO, everything that is on this premium listing page is something that does that. The maps, the Google Maps integration, the working hours, the reviews, the blog posts that are here, the news posts that are here. Again, all of these are keyword optimized so easily. I just did it with ChatGPT. And then I created an AEO optimized business description. So when you're talking AEO, if you're an SEO nerd out there, you should just model this little layout. What's on the menu? These are all questions that someone would ask. Like somebody might go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what's on the menu at Pizza Madness? That's why this is here. They might go, hey, can you tell me why people in Kihei love Pizza Madness? Like when you're thinking of getting your site to show up for those things, you want to think about the questions people ask. So having these common questions here, having all of this stuff up here, these sites are going to be gold with AEO, right? Now, they're not going to start doing that right out of the gate because with anything, it takes time. So just, again, just kind of like with HighLevel, let's ease up a little on the SEO stuff, right? Like these things are built to rank and show up. They're high authority sites, especially in a local area. And if you were to build a niche site like this, maybe like of plumbers, like I think you'd be able to rank really, really well. We're going to do more training on that down the road. I don't want to get in the weeds with that here. I only bring that up to just kind of show you the possibilities. But again, we want to do that. We have to have a site live first, right? And to do that, we need to be following the 5 steps. All right. The 5 steps. Okay. Woo. All right. So that was a lot on the back end there. So I'm going to take a quick drink here, and then we're going to get back to our slides. Any questions that I see? No. I mean, I don't think they have to be index dynamic. I'm not actually quite sure on that. Brenda, you could add a page where you could add podcast links, but I don't know about to the listings yet. Okay. So again, I cannot stress this enough. We want to stay focused on what is the core function of our directory site. The core function is to get clients. For us to be able to use it to get clients, we need to have it live with some businesses on it and have it looking good. Like get the basic site set up and start prospecting. And then if you want to add a podcast page, if you want to add a YouTube video page, do that. Do not try to add those things right out of the gate. There is no you do not need them. You do not need them to start making money. And I think Jackie at the beginning and Brian in the comments are proof of that. They're already making contacts and getting leads with the system. And I don't even think their sites are live. So like, you don't need that stuff. I know you think you do, but you don't. Get the basic site set up, start loading businesses and running them through the automations. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to run through a quick overview of how we use Smart Directory AI with our Honeypot prospecting system. Just so we can, a little reminder again, because this really is the main thing of this. Right? We want to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is generating income, selling AI subscription services, making some money with this deal. So the way we do this is because once we add someone to our smartdirectory.ai, we can then run them through a series of automations, right? That turn them in from a free to a paying client. So I just saw an email from somebody today about how all the gurus are lying about cold email, something that we have been preaching for over a year. Cold email does not work because it takes so much to do it. But if you can send out something highly personalized that gets opened and responded to, your email rates will go through the roof. You'll get clients. You will not get put in the spam folder. And more importantly, like you will actually start to get traction with your prospecting. And the hardest part for anyone when they're sending out cold email is getting that original attention. With smartdirectory.ai, it does it for you. So you add a business to your site. It fires an automation that sends them this email. Hey, your business is now listed on hawaiithrive.com. Claim it for free. Everything you see in yellow in this email is custom stuff that the software puts in the email. So this email is highly personalized to the business owner. People that are using this template are getting around 40 to over 60% open rates. And they're not hitting the spam folder. And more importantly, not only do people open them, but they click the links and they respond, which is what you want when you're emailing. The reason everyone struggles with email is because people don't open them. They don't respond. They don't do anything. They just ignore them. Smart Directory takes all of that off the table for you. Your emails will get attention. They will get open. They will get clicked, right? So once they are put in, you can see it adds them to our list. So we built a huge list of interested businesses. So these are not businesses, like these are businesses that have raised their hand. These are not cold leads anymore. I cannot stress that enough. When you send out that email and someone claims their listing, they are now a hot lead. You can see just using that one method, we've built a list of over 7,000 hot lead contacts. Just doing that method of sending out that little email with a free listing. And we did it with no cold calling, no paid ads, just the free listing method, right? And now that we have their attention, now that they've opened our email, now that they've claimed their business, we are no longer a stranger. We are an invited guest. They know who we are. So when our next emails start coming, they pay attention. So that is when we start selling and marketing, now that we have their attention. Now, Smart Directory AI takes that lead and runs them through our paid listing automations. This automation acknowledges their free listing and it makes them an offer for a premium listing. So this slide kind of shows how that works, right? Somebody took the free offer, they asked us about the upgrade, then they purchased the upgrade. That's a premium listing. Here's one where they said, I would love to upgrade my listing at $49 for 13 months. And thank you. Like they're thanking us for selling them something. And then that bottom right square is a screenshot of a list we sent that very email to. And look, we got 97 free offer yeses. 16 people took the upgrade. At the time of this screenshot, this person had collected 13 of the invoices. That means they had already paid the invoices. And this was all automated just through the automations. That is how you go from free to paid and from install to income as quickly as possible. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know anything else that does this. And your ability to sell things on the back end of this is through the roof. Look at this. John Hardiman, who is on this call right now, I saw him in the chat. He got a $250 setup fee along with $97 per month. That's a $1,400 win. Even small recurring income can add up, right? Here's Lars. He got $597 a month, and he told him, if you pay me up front, I'll give you 2 months free. $5,900 win. These are subscription services that these people are selling on the back end. Here's Mark, who I think is also on this call, collecting money plus an AI win. Last week, collected about $800 in setup fees for 2 new clients. This week, I collect another $800 from 2 other new clients. He also did a Yelp thing for $649 a month. I mean, that's a $9,300 win, right? And then here is Paul, who also is on this call, right? Big win. He got a $1,000 monthly recurring revenue plus $500 setup fee for review reputation, which you can deliver via HighLevel, by the way. Review and reputation is a service that HighLevel does for you. Plus, he set up a local reach plan, second one in 2 weeks. So this is his second one. So this is a $12,500 win for the year, and this is his second one. Like, that is solid, right? Using this strategy. So imagine what your life would be like doing this, right? Just wake up in the morning, get a cup of coffee, go log into your smartdirectory.ai dashboard, respond to people that are responding to you. No more awkward conversations, no more sweating it out because you got to cold call somebody. Like, you just let the system do all of that initial hard work and heavy lifting for you. So you sign up for SDA or for Smart Directory AI today. Not only are you going to get all these core functions right out of the gate, along with the backend management features to make setup and running this a breeze, not to mention you'll get all of these features when they're rolled out included at no additional cost to existing Smart Directory AI users. But you're also going to get $6,500 in bonuses for this one-time special offer. So bonus number 1 is our custom automatic client workflows. So these are, I mentioned that we sell traditional agency services on the back end, SEO, paid ads, and we sell AI subscription services. We have workflows for all of those. So these are the workflows that you will get. Premium upgrade push, SaaS push, new listing added, plus the marketing services path. Okay. So you will get these workflows. These are pulled from our working 7-figure agency. We are going to include these as bonus number 1. Awesome bonus, right? Bonus number 2, a weekly live coaching call. The first one is tomorrow. The call tomorrow is with Richie, who I believe is on this call as well. Richie has crushed it with our Honeypot strategy of using directories to get clients. He is killing it. He's going to be running this call tomorrow. If you have questions about SDAI, If you want more, you can show up there, ask him. He's going to go over, again, a lot of the basics of setup and help out there. Plus, you get access to the school group. I didn't have that. I meant to add that to this graphic, but I haven't had a chance. So plus, you're going to get access to the school group. Now, to top that off, we're also going to include 25 ways to get free traffic. So we mainly build our list by doing the free listing method, adding businesses, giving them a free listing. But we have experimented with other ways to drive traffic to our directory site. And some of them have worked really well. Some of them haven't. We took out 25 that have worked really well. We put them in this special report so you can use those to get even more traction. Bonus number 4, this is the biggie. This is why we brought on a new team member, not just to help with support, but to help with this. When you sign up for smartdirectory.ai today, you get a list of your first 100 businesses. So inside the members area, there's a form you fill out. You get your list back within 24 to 48 hours. So 100, the team has been really kind of over delivering on this. So I know you're going to get at least 100, but you'll probably get a little bit more. Now, with this bonus and with you following the 5 steps that I laid out at the beginning of this training, there is no reason you cannot be up and running quickly, right? No reason at all. Plenty of time, even if you're new to HighLevel and you just get the 30-day free trial, plenty of time to have this all up and running, especially with this bonus, right? Now, our investment in this software to build it, just the software alone, is over $72,000 so far. And you're getting all of this in one bundle plus the $6,500 in bonuses for just $99 a month for this one-time special offer. If you haven't jumped in and you want to jump in now, go to offlinesharks.com/getsmart. Once this offer closes, this price will be gone and you will be paying the $199 a month price that the general public pays. So this is your chance. This is going to close in a few days. Go to offlinesharks.com/getsmart and jump in right now. Again, the public price for smartdirectory.ai is $199. But because you're in our community, you're here on this, you get to save $100 a month and you get all of the bonuses, right? Now, when you go to that page, I mentioned that the public price is $199 a month. So what that means is if a random person wants to set up more than one Smart Directory AI site, they pay $199 per month per site, okay? That is what they will pay. No exceptions. But we know some of you in our community are real go-getters that you're going to want to set up more than one smartdirectory.ai site. So we put something on there that is not, I repeat, this is not available to the general public. And as far as I know right now, it never will be. This is just for you go-getters out there that want to build more than one site. This option gives you unlimited Smart Directory license keys. You can set them up and you can even sell them to your clients. You can see that screenshot there. That's Lars. He recently sold one of these for a $495 setup fee, and then he charged them $297 a month. Again, he's just delivering that in one of his sub accounts for this client. So he gave them a discount for prepaying hosting for 3 years. So they just cut him a check for $10,495. Now, the unlimited license is $299 a month. $10,495 covers that for quite a while, right? Everything else is a lot of profit for him. So you can see how one site can easily cover that $299 a month unlimited investment. So again, if you want to jump in, go to offlinesharks.com/getsmart. Again, we were opening up the bonuses for everyone. So you'll get all the bonuses, $6,500 in bonuses for this one-time special offer, only $99 a month, offlinesharks.com/getsmart. I want to talk about the blogs, events, jobs, pages, and menus, because I've seen a lot of people asking about this in the group. So first things first, the menu. So right now we have limited customization of the menu. But again, today on our call with the devs, we started talking to the devs about building out a better menu system, one that's more friendly to all the different kinds of things you may want to do with your Smart Directory. So that is in the works. It is coming. Right now, this is what we have. So this page that you're looking at, I'm at offlinesharks.com/support. And I just clicked on here, I'll show you this. Let me go here. This is offlinesharks.com/support. When I go to this page, you can see there's a new section here with all the new help articles about smartdirectory.ai. And if I click on that, I can see all the new things that have been added here. So I wanted to talk to you about the menu. And here it is. So on this page, I wanted to break down what this means. So here's a screenshot of the menu. All right. So as you can see on this homepage, this home menu cannot be moved. Okay. This home menu, this home button or tag here is always visible. These next 4 that you see here are categories and subcategories. So you set these up on the back end. So for us, Maui, Maui County, Hawaii Island, Kauai, these 4 things right here, these are not normally in the menu. We created these by making categories and subcategories in the back end of the app. And the way we did that, right, was to go to settings and, oh, no, we're in branding, I believe. Category, you can see, here's those categories. This is how we created them. Oahu, Maui County, Hawaiian Island, Kauai. I can add a new one. And then we made subcategories, right? And now you can see on the front of our menu, that's what's here. Oahu, there's the subcategories. Maui County, there's the subcategories. So we created this layout in the back end, in the dashboard, in branding, in categories and subcategories. Okay, so for all of you that have been asking, there is a video in the members area that shows how to do this, but I wanted to go over this live because I saw a lot of questions on this. So that's how you set up these things here. If you add more, it'll add more things here, right? Now, blog, events, and jobs and news. If there is a blog, if any business has a blog post, if any business has an event, if any business has a job listing, if any business has a news article, these will show up. I believe, Cameron, I don't know if you're still on here, but if they don't have one, they're not supposed to show up, right? I don't know if Cameron's still here.
Yes, sorry, I am still here.
Okay.
Correct. Yes, that is correct.
So, but if you make a blog post, it will show up. If you make an event, it'll show up. Otherwise, they do not show up in the menu. Okay. So news, jobs, events, blogs, those are that way. The pricing tab, this is always visible because we always want to be able to sell a premium listing. So this pricing tab is always visible with your build monthly and build yearly listings. And again, I showed you how to set all this up in the back end. We just did all of this under this plans tab right here. Okay. All right. I don't have this golden one on. I just have free and silver. And so those are the plans that you see right here, free and silver, right? And there's the monthly price and there's the yearly price. Okay. Everybody with me on that. All right. So Brian, we're working on coupons and offers. That's one of the features that's in development. Okay. And then the about and contact. So on our site here, when I go back to the home page, this about and this contact, these are new pages that we added. Okay. So these do not exist by themselves. We added these pages. How did we add these pages? So if you wanted to add a page for podcasts or YouTube videos, you would do that the same way I'm about to show you here. This is how you can add a page. Okay. So you go back to your HighLevel sub account where your Smart Directory AI lives. When you import the snapshot under sites, you see the sites on the left here, you're going to get a folder called smartdirectory.ai. In this folder are already 2 pages created, an about and a contact us. So you can go in here and edit these pages however you want, right? You just open them up and you can edit them, change any information you want, however you want to do this, make them look however you want. If you want to add another page, all you do is click Add New Step. And now you can create a new page. So I'm just going to create new page. And you would set your path I'm just going to call it new page. You can import something from ClickFunnels if you want. But anyway, so you'd set this up and you could do create funnel step. And now you have this new page. Now you can create a page, create it from blank. You can set up a variation. You don't need to worry about that. But now you can build the page that you want right here. So you just create from blank and start building your page. Now, to add that page to your Smart Directory, you just go back into your Smart Directory app. I keep forgetting to get close to the mic. Sorry, guys. So you go back to your Smart Directory app. You go to branding. You go to pages right here. And you just click this button that says add new page. That's going to pull up this enable selector. So you turn that on. And now you just, whatever you want to call this page. So I'm going to call it new page. And then this bottom one, it says select funnel. When I highlight this, you'll see here's the Smart Directory AI funnel. So I'm going to pick that. And that opens another drop down. And when I click that, you can see here's all the pages that you were looking at before. Here's the new page I created. I click that. And then I select this. And now I just click add. And boom, the page is added. Okay. So for those of you asking, again, there is a video in the members area that shows exactly how to do this, but I saw a lot of people asking, so I wanted to go back over this here. So that covers all of the pages, what they are, how they got there, what they're doing. Okay. Dorn says, I just sold one of these to our town's Chamber of Commerce for $3.99 a month plus free membership. Dorn, that is freaking awesome. I think the one Lars did was a chamber. He did one for his chamber. I've seen a few of those come through. And I know Jackie and Jocelyn are crushing it with this. Right. So way to go, Dorn. Way to go. Okay. So I covered all of the menu stuff. And again, earlier I showed you how to add blog posts. So again, we have created a listing for our marketing agency, Mina Marketing. And when we go to that business and click the pencil, we can add a news feed. Right? This is how we got all of our newsfeed articles there. We can create our blog posts right here. All right. And again, those are what you're seeing when you go to the blog page. You're not only seeing ours, but you're seeing if any other business has posted a blog as well. And the news feed, same thing. Okay. You see these on the news feed. These are right in here under news feed. Again, if you haven't joined smartdirectory.ai, go to offlinesharks.com/get smart. Sign up now. You'll get the $6,500 in bonuses, plus a special price, only $99 a month, plus all this training, which I'm going to kind of cover right now. So inside the smartdirectory.ai membership, we broke this up into some easy to manage sections. So there's the welcome and getting started. Very important that you watch these videos. I see a lot of people asking, what niche should I go after? What area should I pick? What should I name it? I cover that in these videos, okay? I talk about what the purpose of the site is, and I talk about how I would recommend you do that. Should I make it national? Should I make it local? I talk about all that in these videos. So if you haven't watched these videos, watch those. They're not just random videos. They have a purpose, and they explain things. Next up is the Honeypot training system. So in here, this again is all about the main thing, which is the prospecting and selling and making money. So I talk about the Honeypot system overview, our pricing plan. I see the people in the group asking, what should I price my premium listings for? This video explains all the different strategies you can go at that with. We've tried a lot of different stuff. We found a few things that work really well. I talk about them right in here. This talks about how to use the events and jobs for prospecting, right? How can we use those to make more contact with potential clients and prospects? Here's the video on prospecting before your site is live. And then we also have a bonus resource section, which has a bunch of things. So this is all your bonuses. This is where you find all your bonuses. Here's the 25 ways to get free traffic. There's some sales scripts, which I didn't even talk about. some social media scripts. Again, I didn't even talk about these. These you can use for prospecting. There's a promotion and SEO checklist. Again, I didn't even talk about that. Plus, we give you some Hawaii Thrive newsletters. So whenever we add people, and even if they buy premium or don't, we add them to a newsletter that we send out on a regular basis. So this is an entire year of our newsletters that you can use as an example. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. The automations and things are already loaded when you load the snapshot. So you'll see those in there. And then, yeah, you can get your free businesses as well. There's a link where you just go and get your free businesses. And I'll show you that here in just a second, because there's even more down here. So let me go back to the main tab here. So that's the Honeypot prospecting system, right? Then here's the section on setting up your smart directory. Again, our goal here is to get our site live, have 25 or so businesses in it so that it looks active. So there's businesses on it and it looks good. We have our logo. We have everything set up the way we want. This section will tell you exactly what to do there. This shows you what to do. If you don't have HighLevel, you can get a free 30-day trial. Plenty of time to get up, start making money, right? This is important. Watch this video before beginning setup. Our 5-step process. Can't stress this enough. I see the question, do I need to put it in its own sub account? This video answers that question right here, right? Here's how to create the sub account if you don't know how to do that. And then installing your directory, setting everything up. Here's all the pages about the domain. Here's how to set up the pages, the categories, the subcategories, pricing plans, all covered here, right? Now, what if you are a user of our existing agency growth machine software and you want to move your agency growth machine site over to smartdirectory.ai? Well, we got you covered. So if you want to move an existing AI site, it's basically the same 5 steps, right? Set up a sub account, install the app, you go into your AGM site, export all the data, very easy to do. You can export your categories data, then you just upload that into smartdirectory.ai. You get it looking the way you want. And then once the site is set up the way you want, then you transfer your domain over to your new Smart Directory AI site and your site is live. Very, very simple process. And again, this video lays that out. Cameron did a great job on this video that lays out that whole process for you step by step. That is how we moved Hawaii Thrive over to the new platform. So we used our own site to test all this, make sure it all works. Okay. This next section is on operating your smart directory site. So this will tell you about adding listings, how to bulk import, adding pages, all those things that I covered, right? And then this next section is additional features. So blogs, jobs, and events for premium listings, and then helping us improve and a special thing on getting support. So we do have a section where you can go and request features and things like that. That is in here. And then to access all of your main bonuses for jumping in and being on the ground floor of this, this is one I didn't talk about as well. Just a little surprise when you get in there. But this is our surefire closed sales script and strategy session walkthrough. So if you're worried about getting on a Zoom call to sell subscription services, watch this. Your mind will be blown at how easy this process is. Because of smartdirectory.ai, there's no pressure. We don't have to do any high pressure things. We just go through. So this is in there. There's the 25 ways to get free traffic. And this is where you go to request your first 100 businesses. Again, when you go to request these, it says right here, I thought there was something on here that said, on the form itself, it says you can expect your leads within 48 hours. Okay. All right. So that's the members area. If you haven't been in there, check that out. I mean, this all in addition to the amazing app and all that stuff as well. And yeah, you get everything. $99 a month. Go to offlinesharks.com/get smart.